Being alone does not equal to being lonely. This is a misconception that we need to clear. Oftentimes, there is this belief that if somebody is lonely, that person is probably alone. If you are lonely, you have no friends, you have no one to share your life with. This is not true, especially in today's day and age where we need to be careful who we are sharing our time with. We need to know ourselves the best before we let anyone barge in through the doors of our life. You can be alone and not lonely. This is a concept that most people fail to understand simply because they do not have the knowledge of it. Being alone does not mean that you are depressed, that you have lost someone, that you are having a bad time. Being alone can look like you are thriving in your life, you are having the best time of your life. And this is something that I would encourage every one of you to at least experience it once. Be alone. Do things alone. You do not always need to have a companion, a partner. You do not always need to have someone to do things with. Because oftentimes, what happens is the other person cancels on you, and you have to let go of the plan as well. Why? Because initially, you decided that you both are going to go together. And so now you are discouraged, you're disappointed, and you are officially having a bad day. This is not something that you need to practice on a daily basis. You can simply let go of it by learning to do things alone. If you want to watch a movie, go and watch a movie all by yourself. You do not need anyone because the sole purpose is you want to watch a movie. You want to go to a cafe, go alone, have a drink, read a book, do whatever that you have to do, but do it alone. You want to go grocery shopping? Go alone. Why do we need 10 people to come along with us? I know to have friends and family is to make great moments, but that does not mean that every single time you need to have someone. When you have the opportunity to be alone, go out alone and do things alone, take that opportunity. Don't think that I don't have anyone to go with. Maybe I'm just lonely. Maybe nobody wants to be with me. Maybe I'm just a loner. Maybe I'm a boring person. This is your subconscious mind speaking. You need to rewire your brain. You need to tell yourself that you can do things alone and it is okay. It is okay because most of the people does it. Is it the end of the world? It isn't. But they get this opportunity to learn so much about themselves. When you are alone, you know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know what you want to do, and you know what you don't want to do. You, by being alone, are learning more about yourself, about who you truly are. And when you are alone, experiment, explore things that you haven't done before, things that you wished for, that you wanted to do for so long. Just go for it. Do it without having that desperate need to have someone by your side because you do not have to. When this is something that I have practiced for, I think I would say a year now, and honestly it is the best thing ever because when I am alone I get to know myself more. I get to do things alone because oftentimes what happens is, basically what happened with me was that when I want to do something, not everyone wants to do that thing. And so when everyone rejects my idea, my proposition, I get disappointed. I'm disheartened because I was having this expectation of having this multiple people along with me and experiencing this thing together. But now that is not happening. I am in a bad mood. So I have learned to do things alone. Even if I fail at it or even if I'm miserable, I will still do things alone. Of course, now if you have a company, if you have your best friend, or if a family member wants to join you, if your cousin wants to come with you, that is totally fine. You can allow that, but not every single time. You can practice to have alone time in your schedule, in your routine, to go on a solo date, to buy yourself the damn flowers, to go and sit in a garden and do nothing but people watch. This way, when you are alone, you do not need to have a permission, you do not need to have a companion, and you do not need to have certain circumstances that you need to fill. You can just go, you can do your thing, and then come back home. This is the most, this is the best way to know more about yourself. So this is an encouragement from me to just go out there and do the things that you want to do not wait for the perfect time, the right time, because that time is never coming. You are simply wasting your time. So just do that thing, go out and have fun. With that being said, I will see you in the next one. Bye.